Meryl Streep, 3 Oscars, over 20 nominations, a career built on discipline, precision, and the relentless pursuit of truth in performance. But even the most respected star in Hollywood has had her share of conflicts. Footage. Meryl at various red carpet events, intercut with serious interview shots. Narrator VO. In a rare, candid moment, Streep admitted there were actors she would never work with again. 6 co-stars who, despite their own brilliance, clashed with her in ways that left a lasting mark. On-screen title, Meryl Streep's 6 most difficult co-stars. Keycap 1 Kevin Kline. Footage. Scenes from Sophie's Choice. Their on-screen chemistry was unforgettable. But behind the scenes, Sophie's Choice was a battleground of acting philosophies. BTS stills of set. Streep's method was intense, learning Polish and German dialects, studying Holocaust testimonies, and immersing herself in Sophie's trauma. Kline, a master of instinct, thrived on improvisation, changing his performance from take to take. Split screen. Streep in deep rehearsal, Kline laughing with crew. To Streep, his unpredictability disrupted the emotional scaffolding she'd built. To Kline, her precision was a cage. Slow motion clip of Sophie's Choice climax. The result on film was electric, but the relationship never recovered. They never worked together again. Keycap 2 Jeremy Irons. Footage. Period drama scenes with Irons. If Kline was spontaneity versus method, Jeremy Irons was something subtler, a philosophical divide. Irons approached acting as fine art, controlled, measured, elegant. Streep sought truth through raw vulnerability, letting emotions break through the frame. Close-up shots. Irons delivering lines with restraint. Streep in emotional release. Scenes between them felt like negotiations, each holding back just enough to protect their style. The performances were strong, but cold. They've remained cordial in public, but the artistic distance is permanent. Alec Baldwin. Footage. It's complicated light comedy scenes. Comedy should have been their common ground. Instead, it was their greatest difference. Streep meticulously crafted each comedic beat, grounding it in reality. Baldwin thrived on improvisation, rewriting punchlines mid-take, breaking rhythm. Crew laughing at Baldwin's ad-lib, Streep adjusting mid-scene. For Streep, this constant unpredictability was exhausting. For Baldwin, it was where the magic happened. On screen, it worked, but it wasn't collaboration, it was competition. Keycap 4 Jack Nicholson. Archival clips. Streep and Nicholson in interviews. When 2 titans of acting meet, sparks are inevitable. But in Ironweed, those sparks sometimes burned. Nicholson's legendary charisma often came with a loose, chaotic energy on set. He'd show up late, change lines, or shift the tone of a scene on a whim. Streep's disciplined process clashed with that unpredictability. Despite the friction, they delivered an acclaimed performance together, but both quietly avoided a second project. Keycap 5 Gwyneth Paltrow. Montage. Red carpet footage of both women. This wasn't a clash of technique. It was generational. Streep came from the old-school research, rehearsal, respect for the script. Paltrow embodied the rising era of celebrity culture, lighter prep, brand image, and intuition-driven acting. On set, Streep reportedly found Paltrow's casual approach frustrating, while Paltrow saw Streep as overly intense. The gap was too wide to bridge. Keycap 6 Dustin Hoffman. Clips. Behind the scenes of Kramer vs. Kramer. Their first collaboration earned them Oscars, but it came at a cost. Hoffman, known for his extreme method techniques, sometimes blurred the line between performance and personal boundaries. In emotional scenes, he'd provoke genuine anger or sadness from Streep without warning. Streep has since spoken about moments on set that left her shaken. And though they created cinematic history, the personal toll meant they'd never work together again. Closing montage: Streep walking past paparazzi. Award shows.
Narrator view.
Meryl Streep's career is defined by her commitment to truth in storytelling. But truth isn't always comfortable, and not every partnership survives it. In the end, these clashes weren't failures. They were reminders that even in Hollywood, genius doesn't always mix. On-screen text. Which feud surprised you the most?
Narrator view.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, share, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories.
1982, a film that would go down in history, Sophie's Choice. For audiences, it was a masterpiece. For the people on set, it was a storm. Streep had transformed herself into Sophie, down to the smallest detail. Mastering Polish and German accents, reading Holocaust survivor testimonies until she could no longer sleep, carrying the weight of Sophie's trauma between takes. Photo: Klein on set, grinning between takes. Kevin Kline? A genius of spontaneity. For him, acting was jazz, improvised, unpredictable, alive in the moment. He'd change lines, shift tone, or alter physicality without warning. To Klein, that was freedom. To Streep, it was like pulling bricks from the foundation she had spent months constructing. One crew member later recalled a moment when Streep stopped mid-take, turned to Klein, and said quietly but firmly, "If you change it again, I'll lose her." Her, meaning Sophie. The set went silent, and they started again. The performance they delivered? Electric. The cost? A working relationship that ended the day filming wrapped. Keycap 2 Jeremy Irons. Elegance meets raw nerve. With Jeremy Irons, the clash wasn't loud. It was subtle, a philosophical disagreement about what acting should be. Irons believed in control. In every scene, every syllable, there was a design. His acting was a sculpture, refined, measured, unchanging once set. Streep? She chased vulnerability, truth over perfection. She allowed the moment to get messy if it meant it felt real. Their scenes felt like negotiations, neither giving up enough for true fusion. Critics called the pairing intellectually magnetic, but emotionally cold. In public, they stayed polite. In private, it was clear one collaboration was enough. Keycap 3 Alec Baldwin, comedy is combat. Comedy should be lighthearted. On the set of It's Complicated, it was a competition. Streep prepared each scene like a finely tuned machine, timing each beat, shaping each laugh so it grew naturally from character. Baldwin preferred chaos. He'd rewrite punchlines mid-scene, ad-lib entire sections, break rhythm just to see how far the scene could bend before snapping. Clip: Baldwin improvising his crew laughs, Streep taking a breath to reset. Audiences loved their banter. But for Streep, it was exhausting. For Baldwin, it was exhilarating. In the final cut, it looked like harmony, but on set, it was a tug of war. Keycap for Jack Nicholson, Fire Meets Ice. Jack Nicholson, Hollywood's most charming wild card. When paired with Streep for Ironweed, the result was combustible. Nicholson thrived on unpredictability, sometimes arriving late, changing lines moments before the camera rolled, or altering the entire mood of a scene with one smirk. Streep's process demanded stability. The push-pull between them created undeniable screen chemistry, but also days where the crew held their breath. When filming ended, both moved on without looking back. Keycap 5 Gwyneth Paltrow, generations apart. This wasn't about skill. It was about the era they came from. Streep represented old Hollywood discipline. Scripts memorized to the letter, weeks of preparation, and reverence for the page. Paltrow embodied a newer age. Intuitive choices, looser rehearsal, and the awareness of personal brand as part of performance. On set, their worlds didn't blend. Streep found Paltrow's approach too casual. Paltrow thought Streep took things too seriously. Neither was wrong, but neither could meet in the middle. Keycap's 6 Dustin Hoffman, brilliance at a price. Their first collaboration won them both Oscars. But what it took to get there is a story of blurred lines and personal cost. Hoffman's extreme method acting often involved provoking real emotion from his co-stars. Montage. Streep leaving award shows, waving to fans, flashes from cameras. Narrator Veil. Meryl Streep's career is defined by her uncompromising pursuit of truth. But truth is not always comfortable. And even in the magical world of cinema, not all partnerships are built to last. These 6 stories aren't failures. They're proof that even at the highest level, genius does not always mix. If you enjoyed this deep dive, like, share, and subscribe for more untold Hollywood stories.